Your heart is the key. You cannot have a closed heart and manifest your wildest dreams. It needs to be open. And this is not some cheesy message. Let's bring science into this and talk about the ways to make you a very powerful and potent creator of the life around you. What opening and closing your heart does to your energy field, and how to change that in order to get what you want, and what you can do every single day to implement this so that you can create a life that is actually full of life and magic and miracles, where you do what you were meant to do in the world and manifest at a very rapid pace. What's up? My name is Sabrina, and welcome back to the channel. Here in the Better You space, we teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train their minds to make their daydreams their real daily lives. I have a new brain training that's out that increases your presence and your potency and puts you in the powerful state of being in brain-heart coherence that you can do every morning. And I am also taking on one-on-one VIP clients. You can find the links to apply to be a VIP or to get the brain training down in the description. And let's get into the video. Your brain is the radio tower that is sending out your vibrational frequency into the quantum field. And if you don't know, the quantum field is where everything comes from. It's like the God energy that exists everywhere. It holds all possibilities and opportunities, and it's how the energy that you give off is translated into physical manifestations in the life around you. So your brain is a radio tower that sends out the signal, and your heart is the magnet that pulls it towards you. Your heart's electromagnetic field is 5,000 times greater than your brain's. The frequency that is emitted from your brain is like aiming your bow and arrow to a very strong and precise aim to exactly what you want. And the frequency that is emitted from your heart is like pulling that arrow back. The more that your heart is open, the more pull you have to what you are creating. You can be very, very powerful and have a very strong influence on the world around you if your heart is open. Your heart is what allows you to feel, and feeling is the secret. You don't feel with your brain, you think with your brain, and you cannot just live life and manifest and create what you want only with thoughts alone. It's like half of the equation, if it even is half of the equation. Your brain has to work with your heart. Your heart has to work with your brain. If they're divided, if your heart is not speaking to your brain and you're not actually feeling equal to what you are trying to think and manifest, there is a massive incongruence there. And that is called incoherence, which I'll talk about later, and how to train yourself into a coherent state, which is that really powerful potency that I'm talking about. A lot of the thoughts that people think aren't even productive. They aren't useful. So many people are caught up living in their heads. This is the message that I'm getting. And so many of our thoughts are not even productive. They're not even useful. Thoughts are just thoughts. Like, they don't define you. They are not you. A lot of your thoughts have been picked up from conversations that you've subconsciously heard from coworkers, like talking smack about whoever. Their thoughts from TV shows that you've watched. Their thoughts from things that you've heard your parents say when you were growing up. So many of your thoughts did not even derive from you. They are not you. Yet so many people are catching themselves getting so wound up in believing their own thoughts. 90 to 95% of your thoughts are just repeated from the day before. And when you're not living in your heart and you're living too much in your head, you will find yourself in those spaces of being overly critical, of overthinking, of feeling anxious or feeling overwhelmed. And a lot of times it's because your brain is just firing off all of these unproductive thoughts. They're just taking up space. You're paying attention to them. And you might catch yourself in harmful cycles of thought patterns where your thoughts are now judging you or judging the people around you, where your thoughts are now being very critical of yourself. They're making you feel really hard on yourself, or it's worrying about anything that could go wrong and is stressing you out. Something I've been thinking about a lot lately is if we really focused on thinking less and making life a meditation. Yes, we need our thoughts. Yes, we need that planning, logical thought part of our brains, but so many of us are spending way too much of our day in that over-analytical, logical thinking brain rather than your feeling heart. There needs to be a balance between that masculine, like charge, let's plan, let's go, let's take action. And also the heart of the feminine, of the presence, of the let's be, let's exist, let's feel, let's create. And the more thoughts you have, the harder they are to regulate, especially if they're bouncing around, if you're having those scattered thoughts, which I talked more about in my last video of training your brain into productivity and discipline and focus, on how to lower your brainwave state to a state where your thoughts are regulated, where you're not experiencing that hyper, like ping pong ball type of thought processes going on in your brain. So check that out if you haven't already. And a guaranteed way to make sure that you do not stay in your heart and you block all of the manifestations that are trying to come your way, all of the beautiful blessings and opportunities that are trying to enter your field, is to be in a fight or flight state, is to feel that overwhelm and stress and anxiety. Because you know what that does. When you're stressed, when you're overwhelmed, when you're anxious, when you're drinking too much caffeine and your heart is racing and it's communicating to your brain, which is communicating back to your body that you are in danger, your brain is going to look for danger. Your body will not feel safe to create. It's not a time for creation. And so instead of your natural state of your energy field being out and open to receive, now when your brainwave state heightens to that high beta brainwave state, now when you're feeling stressed and feeling anxious, your energy is now enclosed. Instead of your energy being beautifully radiated out into the others, into the quantum, feeling the joyful playfulness of life, your energy turns into like a turtle shell, deflecting things that come your way because it does not feel safe. Your body doesn't feel safe. And this is honestly, when you think about it, it's a great mechanism because if you truly are in danger, physically and energetically, you close up, you protect yourself, and you make sure nothing goes in and nothing comes out. But obviously, this is not the ideal way that you want to live your day-to-day life, because if you don't let anything in and you don't let anything out, you're going to feel very stuck in life. You're going to feel very unfulfilled. You're going to feel very like constricted and tight and like what's going on? And it's because your energy is not open. And again, the key is your heart. Manifestations have a hard time being born in this state. And I think that's why a lot of women have infertility issues as well. Aside from the chemicals that are all put in mainstream products, which is a talk for another day, but many women are really stuck in this state of fight or flight, closing up your energy, and your body is literally telling you it's not safe to create. And so, unfortunately, it makes sense that there are a lot of miscarriages if your body is literally sending signals. Your mind is telling your body's telling your mind, it's not safe to create, it's not safe to create because I'm in danger, I'm stressed out, there's something wrong. The key to creation is in your heart. The more you feel something is the more you believe it. The less you feel something, the less you believe it. Your level of emotional intensity is one of the biggest pieces that determine how much you believe something. Your emotions and your belief systems go hand in hand. When you tune into your heart, you literally start pumping those chemicals of oxytocin, of dopamine, of serotonin throughout your body, throughout your bloodstream. You literally boost your immune system. You create all of these neurological changes in your brain. You become biologically happier and healthier by opening your heart. This is your natural state. It's those emotions of shame, of guilt, of anger, of bitterness. That is what closes your heart. That is what tells your body, right, I'm not safe. But what opens your heart to life, to creation, to your natural state are those emotions of gratitude, of love, of expansion, of excitement. That is your true nature. Connect to those emotions every morning before you start your day. And I'm willing to bet in 7 days, things will already start to feel so much easier, lighter, more enjoyable. Things are flowing your way. And it seems to happen with less and less force and effort because you are allowing more. This is the art of allowing. Again, with the opening up of your energy. This requires you to relax. And Abraham Hicks talks a lot about in her teachings that, you just need to relax. Just relax. I didn't quite understand what she meant by that until I looked at it from this energetic standpoint of relaxing as not in a state of oh, I'm gonna sit on the couch and scroll on my phone or watch TV, honestly, that might put you into more of a closed off state, because anything that introduces that high beta brainwave state where you're thinking very scattered will communicate to your body and put your body into a state of fight or flight. And so relaxing is not laying on the couch and chilling and having a chill day like that. Relaxing in Abraham Hicks' standpoint, in order to allow what you want to come to you, is relaxing your energy field, is letting go of your grip, is releasing the tension and the force and the brute, and letting this to calm and relax and take those thoughts and allowing your heart to relax and soften and open. And this opens your energy. Relaxing your energy in this way allows you to open up your electromagnetic field to receive without your heart being open. When your thoughts are scattered, when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling hard on yourself, when you're simply just not taking any time to feel into your heart, your energy is closed. You want to get out of your head and into your heart. You want to get out of your head and into that present moment. When your thoughts are thinking about what happened yesterday and worrying about something that might happen in the future, or just thinking about how you need to feed your dog after you watch this video, and you're thinking about all of these different things, where is your energy? Your energy is in 3 days ago. Your energy is in next week. Your energy is in 2 hours from now. And your energy is in all of those places. Your energy is very scattered. Your consciousness, your awareness is spread across all of these different times and spaces. But when you can train your brain to treat life like a meditation, to silence your mind, to be fully present with what is right in front of you, your energy is all in this time and space. You enter flow, you enter the quantum, and this is where magic really happens. Your energy becomes very potent. And not only this, okay, we want to make sure that you are ideally in brain-heart coherence. God, if every person really dedicated to being in brain-heart coherence every single day, there would be so many fucking cool inventions. There would be so many amazing, iconic ass people out there. Every single one of you would be a freaking star. You would be able to live in your desires, to live like if you are a disco ball and every mirror on that disco ball is a facet of yourself, you will be able to shine all of your facets of yourself. You will be able to live in full authenticity of your true self, which is that infinite potential, is that limitless, legendary type person that you were born to be. And what is brain-heart coherence, and why does it have such a powerful effect in that way? Let's think about this from the aspect of the brain and then the aspect of the heart. Because again, we need both. When your brain is thinking sporadically, when it's in that scattered state, when you're feeling overwhelmed and you're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, oh, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that, and you think about those signals, again, let's think about the electromagnetic waves that it is giving off. Think of every thought having its own electromagnetic wave frequency. Okay, so one frequency of thinking about your dog after this video is giving off a certain speed. Another frequency of you thinking about what will happen next week is giving off another frequency speed. These are two different things that you're thinking at very similar times, back to back, and they're giving off different frequencies. They're giving off different energies. I'm actually going to draw this out for you to help give a visual. So imagine the frequency of the thought about your dog, and then the frequency about the thought about next week. Two different energies, right? When you put them next to each other, they cancel each other out. They don't match up. Now, when your brain is laser focused, when you are very present, when all of your thoughts are in the here and now, like I explained, your thoughts are now in the here and now, thinking about the same thing, giving off that same frequency, being very present. And this is that powerful frequency because these don't cancel each other out. They have the opposite effect. These combine with each other. They don't only double or triple, but their impact on each other are exponential. Now you have this really, really strong, coherent frequency to this one thought stream. And now let's think about that in reference to your heart. When you are in that state of feeling stressed, of feeling that fight or flight, the majority of time, you are not actually moving your body. You are not actually running, but your body is thinking that it needs to prepare to run. So your heart is going to start racing because you are most likely sitting in traffic, just being pissed off at the traffic, or on the phone and being angry with your spouse or your mom or whoever it is that you're in an argument with. Your arteries, they're more closed. That blood that's being flooded into your heart to prepare you to run is now being pushed against these closed arteries, and it causes your heart to beat out of coherence. It causes your heart to give off mixed energy signals, which again cancel each other out. And so that electric magnitude that should be coming out of your heart is now very weak. And so then if you are relaxed in your heart, and if you can feel that love in your heart, and you can give off that coherent signal in your heart, and if you train your brain to get out of that high beta brainwave state into those regulated states of being able to manage your thoughts and be in alpha, low beta, mid beta, and being able to hone in on your focus. Again, this is all training, this is all practice. You have to train yourself to get here. Then your brain can give off one solid frequency, your heart can give off one solid frequency, and what makes you the most powerful, and when we are the most coherent with ourselves and with our true selves and how we are meant to operate in this beautiful magical world where we can create whatever we desire, is having your brain's frequency match with your heart's frequency, matching your heart's frequency with your brain's frequency. Having the same intention for both will bring you to where you want to go. But so many of us have this heart drawing, oh, I want to start this business, I want to do these things, I want to move across the country, I want to blah, blah, blah. And then the mind goes, oh, but what about this and what about that? Oh, and all of these fears and these stresses and whatnot and so forth. You get the gist of that. Get into brain-heart coherence and you will enter that flow-like state where coming across your manifestations just happens naturally. It's just a byproduct of you enjoying and being present in your life and taking action on the things that you feel called to. Getting into brain-heart coherence is like constantly aiming and pulling back and always moving yourself forward and forward. The more that you live in your heart, the more you're going to enjoy life, period. The more you are going to attract loving experiences your way. The easier it will be to attract flows of abundance your way. Notice when your energy clenches. And this can be some of the toughest practices. Because honestly, what I've been learning over the years and what I'm really convinced of is that living with your heart open is the secret to life. And the more you can keep your heart open in times of ridicule, in times of feeling rejected or feeling not loved or feeling emotionally attacked, and not letting the things that happen in life to harden you, to harden your heart, to harden your shell, and instead to continue to soften up to life and everything it has to offer you. That is really the key. And so you're going to want to put this into practice if you don't already. It's going to be, again, a practice and daily training in order to build the muscles to keep your heart open, but it's so freaking worth it. So put this in your morning routine. It could be like you, as simple as like as you drink your tea in the morning or as you drink your coffee in the morning or kombucha or whatever it is that you drink, have that be your time to set the intention of, I'm going to sip this drink, I'm going to be very present with this, and I'm going to focus on opening my heart. Tune into that heart space and really focus on breathing into that heart space and breathing out of that heart space. Inviting life and love into that heart space and breathing out the flow of love and gratitude and presence and groundedness. And if it feels hard to open your heart, try focusing on things or people that you really love. I remember when my heart center used to be very, very closed. Very, very, very closed. It was literally so hard for me to actually feel love. Somebody could be telling me directly, oh, I love you. And I'd be like, what? And it wasn't until I saw a psychic and she said I needed to open up my throat and my heart that I set the intention out to go out of my way to be like, okay, let me start seeing how I can open my heart space. And what helped me a ton was actually thinking about my baby brother and my mom and the love that I had for them. And I have a big family. I don't know why it was just them two specifically that made my heart melt. But thinking about my baby brother and my mom together was like, oof, like I love them so much and I would do anything for them. And I was able to find a little crack in my heart to pry into and begin to really focus on that love. Because it really is love that you want to focus on. Love is one of the highest frequencies. It's physically healing to the body on an energetic level when you think of what happens biologically. And if it takes a while to tap into that love, to tap into that heart space, let it take a while. Be patient. Patience is one of the most underestimated qualities to have. Notice when you feel impatient and frustrated. That is your sign. That is your sign that you are closing up your energy. Patience is allowing. Patience is opening. It's that, it's okay. It can take however long it's going to take. I'll get there, or maybe I won't get there. Maybe I'll get there in my next lifetime. It's okay. I'm patient. And I have this certainty about it. I have this groundedness about it, this neutrality around it. When you notice yourself feel impatient, feel frustrated, practice relaxing, right? And not sitting on the couch relaxing, but relaxing your energy, relaxing your muscles, relaxing your mind, and keep your focus on your heart space. You will notice, and this is like all of the brain training work that we do, but you will notice that it is a compound effect. Okay, doing this once, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna most likely, if you're very aware, you're going to notice changes happening just in that very day of the ways that you respond to people and the ways that people respond to you because you're living in this heart-centered place, because your energy is becoming more potent. Do it 2 days in a row, you're going to feel even better. Do it for a week, you're going to be feeling great. Do it for a month, and you're really going to see those tangible shifts in your life from getting into this brain-heart coherence, from living in your heart. Your heart holds the secrets. Your heart knows. Your heart is like, okay, we have like the consciousness, right? That's like connected and can go into the beyond. It can go into the quantum, but also the heart is like that guidance system. Your heart is like that star that's leading the way. Your desires that live in your heart, those are your stepping stones. Those are what are showing you what is meant for you. Those desires that are in your heart are showing you who you truly, authentically are, what you are capable of. And so tune in to your heart, listen to your heart, open up the communication channel and let it compound. Let it be a habit. Let it be a way of living. And I created an active brain training that does this for you, that focuses on bringing you back to the present moment, that focuses on managing and regulating your thoughts, that trains your brain to be in that brain-heart coherence. And it's through focus. It's through that concentration of your energy, which is going to ripple effect in every area of your life. And I highly recommend you get this brain training, you practice it in the morning, and you'll notice how much more focused you are, how much easier it'll be to stay on task, how much easier it'll be to be present with your loved ones. So practice it, get into it, start living in your heart, baby, because it is the way and the only way to go about life. If you made it to this point in the video, leave in the comment section that heart with the flames around it so I know who made it to the end. Thank you for showing up for yourself to become a better you, and I will see you in the next video.